Hello, everybody. It's Rev Jen. How are we doing today? Well, I hope. Well, I have another short ghost story for you guys today. It's interesting how in 10 years I have experienced so much at the museum, but yet I'm starting to forget a lot a lot of the experience that I've had at the museum. So in a way, I'm glad I'm sort of videotaping them because you get older, you seem to forget things in this reality of life. So, what can you do? Just keep going forward. But this particular experience that I had at the museum was during the pandemic. At the time, like everything else, the museum was closed down, and for months. And I remember being so bored at home that I spoke to the director and asked her, "Can I come back to work?" I said to her, "It's your decision, but I want to come back to work." And she said, "If you feel comfortable, you can come. You can, come back to work, but only if you feel comfortable." And I said, I did. I had no problems going back to work. There was rarely anybody commuting. Trains were empty. The ferry, 50 people the most. And the museum was locked up. Nobody was there. So I felt comfortable. I knew I would not get sick. I felt that confident. So I went back to work. The director would come once in a while, and she would go straight to her office and hang out there. The gardener would come in once in a while to go work in the backyard, and then he would leave. I had to run out the house, and because the house had been locked up for so long, there was a lot of work for me to get done. And as the months went by, the employees did not want to go back to work, and I was the only one working, and the director just kept giving me more work, which was fine with me. It kept me busy. And I had no issues commuting. Even during the riots, when especially the village got destroyed during the riots, lots of glass on the floor, all the stores were boarded up, even the museum was boarded up. And me walking around there during that period of time, it was very surreal for me. My friends thought I was crazy for going back to work, especially during the riot times. And I said I would be careful. If I saw anything strange or I felt uncomfortable, I would turn around and go back home. But I still went to work. And I enjoyed it. I had no problems being alone in the museum. Sometimes it got boring, but so what do I start to do? I started playing music. I started listening to my favorite musicians, my favorite bands while I worked. And one of them was the Allman Brothers Band. I loved them. But of course, since I was alone, I started doing something else. I started singing out loud at the top of my lungs. Now, I cannot sing, can't carry a tune, I'm tone deaf. But since I knew I was alone at the museum, There was nobody walking outside. I mean, we're surrounded by NYU. There was not one student out there. So I figured, and we were boarded up. So I figured I can sing and sing out loud and nobody can hear me. And I'd be having a good time. So one day I decided to clean the top of the doorways, all the doorways at the museum. That was my job for the day. There's a lot of doorways at the museum. I decided to start in the basement. And got out the ladder, took my cell phone, went into the hallway, put the phone down on top of a table, and I put on the Allman Brothers. And my favorite song came on, Midnight Rider. So, put it on loud, climb up the ladder, and what do I start to do? I start singing out loud. And I'm enjoying myself. And all of a sudden, my cell phone stopped. The music stopped. So I'm like, oh, did my cell phone died? I thought I had plenty of, bars left. So I climb down the ladder, go to the cell phone, and I look down, and it's on pause. And I'm like, why would it be on pause? I found that odd. But I had so much work to do, I figured, whatever. I turn it back on, climb up the ladder, I start singing out loud again, and the music stops. So I climb down, go back to the cell phone, look down, and it's on pause. And I'm like, are the spirits playing a joke on me? I know spirits like to play with electronics, but do they know how to put a cell phone on pause? I'm thinking, no. Okay. Press back on, go up the ladder, start singing again, and the phone stopped. That's when I realized they are playing a joke on me. I climb down, and I go back, and the song is still the same song, Midnight Rider. It has not finished playing at all. And it got me thinking. And I realized they hate my singing. I cannot sing. Back in the day, people, sang for entertainment. People played instruments, to entertain the family. I cannot play an instrument, and I cannot sing. Can't carry a tune. Is their way of saying to me, stop singing. I thought about it. I said, you know what? No. I live in the 21st century. This is my favorite band. I understand it's not part of their decade, but I love the music. Midnight Rider is my favorite song, and I'm going to continue to sing. And I told them that. stop pausing my music. I'm sorry if I cannot sing and you hate it, but it makes me happy. I'm going to continue singing. And I put back the song, Midnight Rider, climbed up the steps, climbed up the ladder, and started cleaning the top of, of the doorway. And I yelled out, "Leave my music alone. I'm going to continue singing. It makes me happy." That's what I did. Continue singing rest of the afternoon. And guess what? Nothing happened. No more pauses. So I figured they did not like my singing at all, which I understand because I cannot sing. I get it. So that was that. A few months later, now remember, all this time I've been there by myself, playing my music. I play different types of music, meaning different musicians. I put on the Allman Brothers Band, I put on the Beatles, I put on Linda Ronstadt, I put on Cher, put on Madonna, and nothing ever happened. There was no more pause. Of course, I stopped singing after that night, that evening, that day. So I get the light. So I realized it had to be my singing. Okay, it's fine. I get it. So a few months later, I'm back in the basement, and I decided I'm going to clean the antiques in the old kitchen. And usually I start at the top of the shelves. So I go and grab the ladder. This time I put my cell phone in the modern kitchen, and again I put back on the Allman Brothers Band. Now, as much as I love them, I do not like all their songs. A couple of songs I really don't like at all. My personal taste. One of them is called Melissa. Don't like it. Every time it goes on, I fast forward to the next song. That's how I feel about that song. Just don't like it. So anyway, I put them back on the ladder, cleaning the antiques on the top shelf, and Melissa comes on. And I'm like, oh dear Lord, I don't like this song. But I'm too lazy to climb down from the ladder, go into the modern kitchen, and fast forward. I figure, you know what? I'm just going to let it pass. I stay on the ladder. I keep continuing, cleaning the antiques on the top shelf and ignoring the song because I don't like it. And all of a sudden, it skips to the following song. And I'm like, what? And I'm listening. Melissa did not finish. It was in the middle of the song. And it skipped. And I said, oh, okay. I get it. You guys are messing with me. And I said, nope. You cannot control my music. This is me saying to this out loud to them. I climbed out the steps, the ladder, go into the modern kitchen, and I say out loud, I don't like this. I don't like the song. Obviously, you don't like the song, but we're going to listen to it. It's my cell phone, and I control my cell phone, not you. I don't know who was in the kitchen, or how many were in the kitchen, but no, don't mess with my music. I put back Melissa on, and I stood there and waited for them either to pause it or to skip to the next one. And I just stood there waiting and listened to the song that I do not like. But I just sat and I sat there, stood there and waited. And waited and waited. And nothing happened. Melissa ended and it went on to the next song. And I said, okay. They do listen to me. Of course, I have to get annoyed for them to listen to me or yell out loud for them to listen. But they do listen to me, which I was grateful for that. Very grateful for that. But it just shows me, and whoever's listening to this, spirits have their tastes, their dislikes and likes. They know or understand, come from a different century. There's different music. I mean, there were times when I would put their music on from their era. I would do that. But then I get sleepy. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work for me. Maybe it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. And obviously, when I put their music on, they didn't stop it. And they didn't fast forward either, or skip it. So, there you go. So that's my little short story for today. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.